Hello everybody and welcome back to Pathfinder Plays. Today I am bringing you all a community update number 9, more specifically from the Dead Matter development team, and this is regarding the release of Dead Matter. For the last 2 months or so, since they have delayed the release of the alpha back in late 2018, they have been working tirelessly and taking into consideration all of the advice and feedback from the community that they thought would be a good fit in order to accomplish their vision for this game. I say this because they say, quote, an overwhelming majority of our backers have asked us to continue taking the necessary amount of time to ensure Dead Matter has a successful initial release and reception, end quote. They say this in order to ensure they are true to themselves and to the majority of the backers who are vocal about the release date. What they don't want to do is mentioned later saying, quote, we refuse to allow Dead Matter to become another game that fades into obscurity because of a premature alpha/early access launch, end quote. This is no laughing matter and nothing to take lightly. We all know of a game that should not have launched so early. This is not only a mistake that indie developers make either. Some would argue that Anthem should not have released in its current state. They say it's unfinished, there's not enough content, there's not enough weapons, it's only a grind to loot, and not even on the same level as Borderlands, which I would personally agree. So we see that even AAA titles can make this mistake of releasing a game too early. But whenever developers do this, it can severely hamper the sales and the longevity of the game. They continue on to say that this project is crowdfunded, and in order to ensure the game stays free of microtransactions and allowing anybody to set up a dedicated server, they must ensure, quote, that our release goes smoothly even if it involves having our backers waiting for just a little longer, end quote. This is also true. The first impressions of a game are everything. There are many gamers who touch a game in an unfinished state and immediately write it off as trash, never to look back at it again. This can be especially devastating to smaller developers such as these. They did say this about the release, quote, we are aiming for this summer, end quote. They are avoiding giving exact dates as to avoid any rough transitions from closed alpha to open alpha, however. The dev goes on to talk about how every aspect of the game is increasing from, quote, animations to weapon and inventory mechanics, as well as our game world, which has gone through a massive overhaul, end quote. Anybody who follows this game and have seen the videos and pictures shared in the Discord knows this to be true. The results of hours of work per day are evident. There was something especially interesting to me that was stated though. They said that waiting sucks. So, quote, as a token of our appreciation for all the patience and kindness our community has shown us as we push forward, end quote, we will be adding a brand new feature to the game that will be exclusive to our backers, end quote. I have no idea what this will be, but people in the backer channel are already talking about it. We know it's a function. It's not an item. An item's not a function. It's not a car. It's not a gun. It's not a separate character model. It's not armor or clothes. What kind of a function could they bring to the game for the backers that adds value to the waiting for those who financially back the game, but also doesn't make the game imbalanced and unfair? I don't know. It sounds like a pretty tall order, but they've talked about it a lot. They said it was with careful consideration, guys. So I'm eager to see what this function is. This is essentially where the information ends, and though I understand why they are taking more time and that they understand that it isn't easy, surely they must sense the unease and tension building in the community. Myself and other gamers like me are fine with what they are giving us in terms of information and sneak peeks. However, the majority of gamers want gameplay. They want to see past the theory of what the game will be and see it in action. They don't want to see topical videos. They want to see some developers play the game as a group as it is meant to be played so they know for sure where it is in the development cycle. This might be something for the developers to think about in the coming months. Not mandatory by any means, I'm not trying to tell them how to do their jobs, but it might be something that's fruitful. So, everybody, this is where the video ends. We have an approximate release date. I doubt they will give us an exact release date, but they know that if they keep pushing the release, they're going to have a few things happen in response. Inevitably, they're going to have a hard time competing with other bigger games and titles that are coming out, and not including the ones that are already out. They're going to have a restless community that will be filled with skepticism and distrust. and they're going to also have unmerited rumors about the internet. Just because it's the internet and people love to be pitiful. So, as always guys, if you guys like scares, survival, and scavenging, consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell button so you never miss a video, and I will see you in the next one. Path out.